Okay, stream has started. Everything looks good. Alright, let's continue the game. I think it was this one. So I've been thinking about this puzzle quite a lot. And like, because of the high and low nature of these tiles, the only place I can really send it is kind of about where it is. Is that... Wait, that feels weird. Yeah, that's not its default position, or at least not what its previous default position was. That's... weird. Okay. Sure. I guess it has a new default position? I don't know why that is, but sure. Or maybe it actually saved the position from previously. Like if I go down, okay, yeah, it reset it. Okay, that's what it was. Alright, so we're gonna go back up. So I have no real way to know what the ball is doing unless I'm able to kind of see what the ball is doing in there. So it has to let me drop the ball and then go down to see what it does. So if I drop blue here, and then I can't do anything. Okay, so I just have to blindly solve this problem. Okay. I just have to blindly solve this problem then. So, like, this is the only spot that lines up with that. Because while these two are low, as indicated by this, while these two are low, this is the only one that's low that will actually line up with that. These two will not line up with that. So that goes to here. And then this one is the only one that lines up here, which sends it up to here. And then... so basically like this. And then, let's see, from there we have high. So... pretty much the only one is that, which then sends it up to there. Which is not good. Like, I can't envision that being good, because it just kind of ends there. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to get the blue ball into the blue thingy here? I don't think so. It almost looks like I'm supposed to get it into the red thingy here, but there's no path to the red thing. There's no path to anything here. Like, this is legit the only viable path. Like, I can connect it like that, but I'm pretty sure those are two lows. Yeah, those are two lows. So even if that did connect, it wouldn't change anything, but it doesn't connect, so at least I'm pretty sure that those are two lows. So on the wide side, the high is the one on the right. Oh no, so this is the low here. Okay, there we go. That is actually the correct one. Oh. But still, it's wrong. It takes it to the wrong spot. I don't understand. These are both low, so the only way it could go is here, down, through here. We can make this straight, and then it would go like this. Yeah, both these are low, so we can do that. Then go to there, and then we have this. We can kind of rotate it like that. And then it looks like its default position actually lines it up perfect with this here. And then we have these two highs, and we're kind of back to the same problem. Which one is the high? For the wide one, it's the one on the right. Okay, so like this. Oh, that goes to the red. Okay, maybe we can try that. That might result in something. Okay, yeah, so that went to the red. Alright, so what about the yellow here? Let's see, low to high, so that one's correct. Now we just need to connect. Okay, so this one here, and then that goes to there, and that goes to the green one? Is that right? Kind of looks that way. Alright, so let's try yellow, see what yellow does. Okay, and then the ball went over to the other side. Okay, and that raises a second bridge. So it almost seems like we need one ball to go through all three. Which would mean that this ball kind of needs to go... Oh. Wait a minute, am I stupid? I feel like I might just be dumb. But we have two lows here. Well, maybe I mistook one of the sides, because this would have to be high in order for this to work. Oh dear. This is also low to high. Ah, boy. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I misread the thing. But let's just try this out. See what happens. That, I guess, is the solution? Okay, it's putting me in the ball. Okay. So, I guess that was the solution. I must have misunderstood what I was looking at then. Yeah, I clearly misunderstood. I clearly did not see what I was thought I was seeing. None of the bridges seem to be raised. Okay, there they are. And there's the final thing. Alright, and now we can leave. Alright, that's all 3 ages. That is not what I'm looking for. Okay, that's not what I meant to do.
I promise to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you must fulfill.
Hello, Atris. Been a long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atris.
I can't skip this, can I? No. I can't move the camera or do anything.
Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're gonna have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're gonna have to take your own class. Find the 3 symbols, Atris. And don't keep me waiting forever.
Alright, well... If I recall, this was like a scanner or something like that. I think he just put pages on it. Can I get close to it? Can I just... I can't see quite what's going on.
Not so easy, is it, Atris? running like a rat through a maze, looking for some sign that'll help you save your world. Is it over here? Is it over there? Is it someplace I can't find? Sirius and Akinar didn't care about saving Narayan. All that talk about fixing instabilities, rewriting the age so that we would be free to live our lives, that was just talk to hide the truth of why they had come. But we believed their lies, Atris. So we abandoned our traditions, forgetting that those traditions were keeping Narayan alive. And when the lattice trees started to die, I followed them here to tell them what they had done. And they laughed. They said they would never fix Narayan. They said that they had already taken everything it had worth saving. So, my dear old friend, Atris, I brought you to this place where your education begins. Find the remaining 2 symbols, and then come see what your boys did to Narayan.
All right. Now, it looks like the interesting bit is happening just off camera, which is annoying.
This what you expected, Atris? When you followed me here, hoping to reclaim relation? Is this classroom what you expected to find? I read your journal, you know. In Tamana, after I found your linking book abandoned outside this observatory, I read all about the Dunning. How you started their world again. Can you really do that, Atris? After everything that's happened to Narayan, could you start their world over again? I don't think so. I think there's too much blood on our hands, too many ghosts. Surely you can't change that with a pen stroke. One more symbol, Atris. Narayan is waiting.
Alrighty then. Again, I want to see what's happening down there. Since that looks somewhat interesting, or at least it did for the first symbol. Now it's not even showing me the tiny glimpse that it was previously.
You've done well, my sons, but there's still one task ahead of you. The linking book you see here connects to an age called Narayan. It's a very delicate age, where civilization has emerged in response to the world's imbalances. It's also the first inhabited age I'm sending you to alone. But don't be afraid. The knowledge you've acquired here will show you the way in. Use it and see all that Narayan has to offer.
Alright. I should have waited a few moments so we could see what the thing looked like, but oh well. Whatever. Where'd I go? That's one of the problems with this movement. Oh, okay, those were steps. Okay. Okay, so that's locked, whatever that is. No idea what that is, but probably its default position is not the position it needs to be in. We have a closed door there. Goes to what looks like a gondola. What else is in this room here? Huh. I feel like these are going to be important. And they look somewhat familiar. Like the symbols that we had to find. Let's see what the symbols we had to find coincide with. If it is actually. I'm not actually seeing them. But I'll bet that they're important. Let's try to get to a good spot where I can take a screenshot. Alright. It's just kind of... Oh, not again. Come on. Stop doing that. Why must you do this? There we go. I don't know why it does that. It's annoying, though. Okay, so that's the first screenshot. Let's get over here, see if we can get a good one of the second. Almost. Well. Actually, that's not bad. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banners here. Okay, okay. Well, let's try it this way then. Do this angle here for that grouping. Okay, and then move over to here. And then we'll get this final two. Okay. Yep. That looks good. Okay, so what is this gizmo? Can I interact with it at all? I cannot. Doesn't look like there's anything for me to interact with here. Okay.
You're not. Where is he? Look, I know he's here. I have his book. So where is he? He didn't come. I take relation from him, and he sends you instead. Idiot. You actually thought this would work. You thought that you could force him into coming here, fixing things? Why? Why would he rewrite Narayan? Because of your messages? Because of your paintings? Look at your world. Look at what's left of it. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you do not matter to him? Could be alive out there. No one. We're stuck here, you know. The linking book back to Chinanan is gone. Left behind when I linked out of Atris's study. And as for getting in to Narayan, look around you. This chamber is the only way in. And Atris installed some kind of shield, and I have never been able to get past it. Not once in all these years. So you're just as stuck here as I am.
Looks like a
Until
skill
I
issue.
open this book, and I show Atris what it's like to watch your friends and relatives die. If you do find a way out of here, I suggest that you think very carefully about using it. Because the one thing I know about linking books, the doors they open don't close behind you.
Alright. But, like, what would you do? Well, I say that, but it's not like these people are equipped for armed conflict. I mean, the dude has a hammer, but, like, not once in that entire scene did he actually think to use it. Like, if these were an actual normal group of people, I guess, like, I could get out of there, warn them, and they'd have a security detail on the spawn point ready to deal with whatever came through. But, of course, because they don't understand armed conflict, that probably would never actually happen. And his threats are somewhat credible, just simply because everybody's kind of dumb. What do we have here? We have a thingy. Can I move it the other way? I cannot. It can only be through there. And I can't open this door. Okay. Let me go over there. No, I cannot. Okay, so switch flipped. Can I get to the gondola now? No, can I... Oh, I can activate that now. Oh. Oh! I'm drawing things. How much you want to bet that what I'm drawing are those symbols over there? Okay, so we've got this one here. That one refused to activate still. Okay, so... So is it 3 groups or 4, or is it just 3 symbols? Yeah, so it looks like each one of these, all it takes is one of these things, so it's gotta be... It's gotta be 3 groups of 4 symbols. connects from here to here. So do I just kind of need something like this? Where it's just one continuous path, but... Hmm. Looks like there's a thing here. What happens if I flip this? Okay, now this one works. Is this the same thing? Oh, it's just one. Oh... Okay, so... Oh, we also have a missing banner. Okay. But we have 5 existing banners. A 6th missing one. And we have 5 spaces here. So... I think I'm just supposed to replicate the banners, but there's 6 of them per banner, and there's 4 spaces. Does it matter which one goes where? Alright, so... Pull this up here. Alright, so... Need to actually see it. There we go. Okay. So... looking at this, we kind of have positive ones like nature, love, energy, and intelligence, with void and entropy being kind of somewhat negative connotated, maybe. So let's try these 4, see what happens for this top one. Well, can't do nature because it doesn't connect with that, but love, maybe? Alright. Now... nature doesn't really connect there either. It would connect over here. And then... wait a minute. No, I guess we can do that there. Oop. Okay, and then... energy. Next here. 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 Okay, and now intelligence. It's like that there, that there, that there, Okay, that's the first banner. I have absolutely no idea if it's correct or not. I'm guessing not, since this didn't light up. Hmm. Anything up here that I missed? What are these? Can I look at them? No, I cannot. They are just decoration. Looks like something I should actually be able to mess with. Guess not. Okay. Hmm. So we're stuck here in this age, so that means the answer has to be in this age, because I would not have encountered this puzzle elsewhere. So shouldn't the answer should be here somewhere. Yeah, didn't this book talk about an age? Let me see. Balance system simulate stimulate civilizations. Balance, okay. Those were bold, so I was wondering if that might be a key, but I don't think it is. Is balance a thing over here? Balance. Boo. Uh, Civilization is there. Wrong button. Okay, so No, not really. Okay. Oh, and that's the end of that. Here's another one that's kind of bold. Dynamic forces spur change. I saw spur in there. So change would be there. Okay, so go to the next one. Got change here. Oop, oop, nope, nope. Not what I want to do. Okay, so next screenshot over. Spur right there. Spur. Okay, do we have forces? Do we have dynamic, I guess I should ask. Dynamic? Right there. Forces. Or force. Dynamic and force. Do we have force somewhere? I think I actually remember seeing force. No, that's not force. Where's force? I know I saw force somewhere. Force right there. So dynamic, force, spur are all there. Change. Do we have change? Change is right there. Okay. So this... Oop. This is all there. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see if we can go to the very first one. First page here. And look for bold bold words. Like that. Energy powers future motion. Alright, alright, alright. I'm gonna screenshot this. Paint. Boop, boop. Again. Oop. Whatever, that's fine. Alright, so... Energy powers future motion. Kind of wish I could have like a scene where it just swaps to paint so you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. But there isn't really a good way to do that, so... Pull up all three of these screenshots into paint. Okay. So, first one, energy, 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 energy. Which one has energy? There's energy. Power. Damn it. Alright, try this again. Energy. Power. Alright, so future is where again? Future, future, future. It's on that one. There it is. Future. And motion. Where is motion? There's motion. Okay, so next grouping of words. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Okay, so nature, where is nature? Nature, right there, okay. Now that I think about it, it'd be really weird if this is the key to this, because, like, why would this have come up? Why would he be grappling with this if he hadn't already figured out all this some time ago? Encourage. I think that's encouraged. It's kind of difficult to tell because the low resolution, but I'm pretty sure that is encourage. So mutual is... Where's mutual? Mutual, mutual, mutual. There's mutual. And dependence. 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 There's dependence. Okay, now that is not the game. Let's look for the next grouping. Alright, dynamic forces spur change. Alright, dynamic, dynamic. Where is dynamic? Dynamic, there we go. There's the dynamic. Forces. Force right there. What do you mean? Okay, there we go. Alright, now spur. Spur, where's spur? There's spur. Spur. And change. Where is change? Oop. Where is change? Change. There's change. Okay, and then shift these over somewhat. Okay, so... Oh, that's not the game. There we go. Should have 2 more of these. There we go. Balance systems stimulates civilization. Alright, where's balance? Balance. Well, there's civilization. I might as well just grab that while I'm here. Balance, balance, balance. Balance, balance. Oh dear, balance doesn't seem to be here. See, we got nature, love, void, energy, intelligence, entropy, force, transform, mutual, contract, society, chaos. We need system and stimulate as well. Okay. Change, machine, power, possibility, growth, civilization. Future, cycle, convoy. Encourage, spur, infinite, merge, dependence, wisdom, dynamic, motion, harmony. Okay, so we're missing 3 of the words on this one. Okay, well. Oh, and that's the only one? Wait, what? Is there really only that many? Only 4? Okay, so just double check. Energy, powers, future, motion. I have that one, don't I? Energy, powers, future, motion. Indeed I do. Oop. Clicked it before I was ready. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Have that. Dynamic forces spur change. Have that one. Balance systems stimulate civilization. Okay, so I have thus far kind of looks like this. Oh, come on. Why do you do this? Why? Why do you do this? Just freaking paste. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what I've got thus far looks like this. If we go back to the game. So this first one here, I believe, requires 4. No, it only requires 3. Okay, okay, okay. We might be onto something then. Let me just kind of reset this. So if this only requires 3, and we essentially need 4 of these groupings total, then we'll probably find the banner somewhere after the gondola, and that will give me the solution, the 4th one here. Okay, so... Alright, let's put in the first grouping here. This would be... Well, I don't know where the first part actually goes. Like, I don't know what order this is in. Maybe it doesn't matter. We'll just start with energy here. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we'll move on to power here. I guess that's power. I mean, that looks wrong, but I don't think it is. Future. This. And then this. And the last one is motion. Which... I think it's these ones here. That goes there like this, and then we have this here. Okay, so the order probably doesn't matter. Alright, and then for this one, we're going to do this one. So nature encourages mutual dependence. Oops, did not mean to do that. This. And then this. And this. Interesting. This symbol is just this one kind of flipped around. Or this symbol is kind of just this one flipped around. I didn't realize that. Courage's independence being flipped around. It's interesting. I wonder if there's a little bit more of meaning to that. Or if it's just coincidence that they just happen to fall like that. Let's see. This one here. Oh, I guess I should probably focus on this. So dynamic forces spur change. That's what I'm going to try to do next. So dynamic. This here. Forces would be this. Spur. Think is this one, this one, this here, this here. And then change would be something like this, I think. Okay, so I was spot on. Oh, that's... I thought that was the door. I guess that was not the door. Let's move this back over to here. Alright. Let's go downstairs before we go on the gondola. Okay, so this is the way back, it looks like. Oh, no, that's just another book. Okay, so this is the way back. It looks like it's probably like a bad end, so let's go ahead and save it and see what happens when I go through. So, I bet you if we come back without the book, bad end. Yeah, this is where we started the game, and so...
By the Maker! You've returned! Atris, come quick! The fire burnt the linking book you used. We had no way of following and thought...
We've returned. Where's Relisha? Did you...
Okay. uh, okay. Okay. That was a thing. Okay. 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 I did not expect that. Like. Okay, so I kind of expected him to come through after, but like. What? What the hell happened? Like, I don't think he hit me in the back of the head with the hammer, but he might have. Oh, we have more symbols here. These are different ones. I think. Okay. So, where's a good spot to get them? How many do we have here? We have another grouping of 5, it looks like. Well, I suppose you can kind of see what they all are here. I'll just take the screenshot here and then... do this. Well, no, I should take screenshots before I start linking. Alright, and then the last 2 here. It's not really a good spot. This kind of works. That there. Okay. Now open up some more instances of paint. Did I just paste this by accident? I did. Alright. That's correct. Alright, so... balance system simulate. We're looking for balance system and simulate. Static access rebirth. Something. Oh, I can't even see what that one is. What is that? Crap. Flow? Okay, that's flow. I can't see what the... elevate, survival. No, it's not either of those. I need a better image of those ones. Where was that? Wait, system right there. Is that? That's the Hurley one there. System. That's sustain. System. Okay. Just snag that one. System. Okay. System. Stimulate and balance. I need still. Stimulate and balance. looks like stimulate. Let me just verify that. It's hard to tell what things are in my thing. Yep, that's stimulate. Okay, so stimulate. I just need systems. Where is systems? Systems. Even here. Wait. I got confused, didn't I? And put that under the wrong one. Where's that? Where the heck is it? Yeah, I got confused. That actually goes over here. For some reason I thought that was balance. Okay, I just need balance. Is that balance again? For some reason I just have low quality images. That's believe. Elevate sticks out to me for some reason. That looks like that might be... Yeah, that is balance. Okay, so... Weird one there is indeed balance. Okay, and then move that to my notes here. And link them up like this. Okay, so can I go through the gondola is the next question. Or do I need to solve that before I can go through the gondola? I can't do anything with the gondola, it seems. No buttons, no nothing. Okay. There. I don't know what the deal is with that. Alright. Rotate this over here. Oh. Huh. Okay, so... That's the solution here. Looks like... Okay. That. Balance. System. Stimulate. And civilization. Okay.
Oh my God. They're alive? How did you... Force symbol.
Is the gondola for him, not for me? See.
No. He gives me hope, only to destroy me.
I mean, the solution's obvious. You flip the switch, go through the thing, I flip the switch, then you escape on the gondola.
You see, I still have something that he wants. Something that he sent you to bring back for him. Release you. Drop the outer barrier when I'm out by the gondola. Switch the shield so the outer barrier is open. And in return, I'll give up Release.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, alright.
Do it.
I can't move yet. I still can't move. Still can't move. There we go. Kind of tempting to just sit there and watch him pace, but whatever.
Apparently, it's my turn to live up to my end of the bargain.
Is he going to, though? Nope. Okay. All right. Okay. That doesn't actually surprise me too much. So, went down there. Well, he's not actually capable of coming back in here, so perhaps we're looking at yet another ending here. Let's save it. Save. Okay. Wait. Yeah, whatever. You know what? Let's just see what happens. This is probably a bad ending where we don't have the book, but he can't come in after us, so... He's kind of trapped on the other side of the force field. So let's just see what happens.
By the Maker, you've returned. Atreus, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following and thought.
Returned. And where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book? All those people. Everything we worked so hard to restore.
Idris.
Without that book, they're lost to us forever.
Yep. Bad end number 2. Just as I thought. Alright. Alright. Load. I think that was this one. Yep, that was this one. Okay. Alright, so it went down there somewhere. You know what? There's that elevator thing at the top. Let's... Now that he isn't there, that door is probably open. I can't help but to notice that the door is kind of not open. What did that do? Oh. I can't seem to do anything here now. Interesting. Alright, well, let's flip that again, see what happens. Oh, I see. That path was open before. Alright, well, let's see what happens when I... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. I mean, I feel like I should be able to go through that door next. Can I do anything with these things here? They look almost like a puzzle, but I guess they're not. Let's move my notes over to this monitor. Okay. Okie dokie. I feel like this is a thing. Or maybe that's what spawns the bubble. What am I missing here? Can't interact with that. And that doesn't open with that. Kind of suggested that I needed to go through this way. 4. How do I open up that door, though? Almost looks like it's missing a handle or something. But I don't think it is. Probably missing something stupidly obvious. That's how it usually is. It's just something stupidly obvious that I'm missing. It doesn't open it. It looks like it should be a path, but it isn't. Can't mess with that. I don't see anything there. Are there any other interactables that I'm missing? There's got to be something that I can interact with that I haven't noticed yet. I mean, it's the only explanation I have here. What am I missing? It's another situation where I'm tempted to just pull up a guide. That's interesting. I can't open that anymore. I can raise it, but that's about it. It might actually be because it's not powered, maybe? No, because it wouldn't have just swapped if it wasn't powered. Same with this. I can only raise and lower it. Why can I still raise it, though? That's a little weird. What am I missing? Oop. I haven't the foggiest. I'm like 90% certain that I need to get into that room now. But I have absolutely no idea how to open the door. There's got to be like a button or something like that that I just keep overlooking. So what exactly does this lever do? I mean, other than power or turn off, I guess, technically, the force field below. But no, it doesn't seem to. Now it's pointing to this over here. Can I do something over here now? No, it doesn't look like I can interact with those at all. When I click over there, it just takes me here. I feel like that switch has got to be there for something, for some reason. Well, it was probably there to force me to come up here to get that cutscene before I could do anything down below. That's probably what it was actually there for. Alright. Well. It's not like a bolt here or something, is it? Is this a click and hold thing? No, it is not. Okay. Can I interact with things if I'm, like, in this state? I can! Okay. Okay, that probably would have been good to know a little while ago, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright. What am I missing? What is that? That is... not anything of interest. Can I see the book? Can I look down to see the book? Don't think that I can. So if I do that... I don't know. Can I, like, show it the pages? No, it's not that projector thing. Can I show it the book? No, I can't show it the book. Where am I? Okay, got a little turned around there. This is kind of where I thought I would wind up. I showed this the pages. Cannot. Why do I still have those pages? What obvious thing am I overlooking? Now this door seems to be the only interactable that I can find, but it doesn't do anything for some reason. I don't see any buttons or anything. He never got this far on his own, so he probably does not have a solution, but like... I don't know, maybe there's something in here still? Nope. Because that's the only interactable, so that's got to do something. Where is the stupidly obvious thing I'm clearly missing? Wait, what was that? That looks like a button, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Where is it? Can I go down there somehow? No, there's no hidden ladder, it looks like. No path once down here. Can't climb into that. Well, so an interesting thought does kind of occur to me. What exactly is just stopping me from jumping? Like, the book's down there somewhere. Force field's down. Only that path is blocked. I mean, in theory, I could be able to just jump from like here to get there. Well, I don't know. That looks broken, but I can't do anything with it. Another one that's broken, that I can't do anything with. So that little dome thing looks a lot like this little dome thing. Pretty sure I can't take this though. No, clicking and holding doesn't do anything for me. I can't do anything other than toggle that. And while this will move up and down, it won't actually open up and let me edit it again. What does this thing protruding on the side do exactly? The answer seems to just be nothing. If I click anywhere on that, it just raises and lowers. Wait, is there something on the back of this? No. What am I missing? Yeah, with the force field down like this, I should just be able to just go on the outside. But I can't, for some reason. It's not gonna let me do the logical thing. I have to do its version of a logical thing. I have absolutely no idea what its version of a logical thing is. Can't do anything with the stuff there. Do anything over there. I have no idea. The state of the force field does not open this door. What am I missing? This looks like it should be a path, but I can't go down it, so it's probably not. Same with this side. Like, I'm surprised he didn't leave this door open. What's on the ceiling down here? So, is this directly underneath that? I think that might be directly underneath that door, or whatever's on the other side of that door. Maybe. Oh, it's hard to maintain spatial awareness when you're like teleporting. So what's that pipe do down here? Does it even show up? It doesn't look like it shows up. I think it's probably like on the other side of that wall there. So what is on the other side of that door might very well be something like an elevator. I just have to figure out how to open up that door. I have absolutely no idea how to open up that door. The answer is stupidly obvious. It always is. Those are the ones that get me. Can't like rotate this or anything. Can't do anything with this. You know, that's probably the same pipe, actually. Maybe it isn't an elevator. Maybe that's a way to get the power up to the thing. I don't know. I suppose I probably won't know what's on the other side until I can figure out how to open the door. Feels like that there's got to be something involved with this here, but it doesn't seem to do anything. No buttons to press, no nothing to do. That looks like a button almost. Well, maybe it's just a light. And I couldn't reach it even if it was a button. So, I click on these little things here. No, I cannot. Okay. Almost looks like there's something in the back here. But I can't seem to do anything. So why does this still raise up anyway? I can't open it, what's the point? Does it, like, do something? Or does it just go up and down now? And that's it. It kind of looks like that's it. Okay. That might have been like a lever or something like that I could push under it. Alright. I have no idea. Also kind of really tired. Like, if you was wondering why I was just staring at that for a moment, it's because I actually fell asleep. Okay. Okie dokie. Has it got some sort of opening there? Maybe that's a thing? It is not a thing. Okay. I don't know. Clearly, I'm supposed to go through that door. Or maybe I'm supposed to come out of that door. That would suggest that there's another way in. Like, this almost looks like a thing here. But I don't think it is. We've already been down below, but, like, I don't have any other idea, so I guess we're going back down. Can't climb over to that. Nothing here seems to be a button. It's probably like an elevator call button that I'm just not seeing here. Hmm. I don't understand what's going on here. What do I need to do next? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that guy wasn't able to solve that puzzle himself. Supposedly he solved all the other ones and even changed their solutions. But, like, if he's been here for possibly decades just bumbling about, he probably had plenty of time to just simply brute force the solution to the force field puzzle. No, it doesn't really matter. Just a thought that I have. Can't pop the hinges. And I flip the force field from this side, like... Got that up there. Like, a thought that occurs to me is that maybe I flip the force field switch somehow so that this one pops up, that one drops, but I'm on this side of it. And then from there, that would let me somehow go up an elevator up to the thing. Oh, that would just kind of put me in the same position that I'm currently in, really. So that's actually kind of dumb and probably not how this works. What am I missing? I did not mean to do that. I just kind of clicked on it unthinkingly. Who knows? Maybe that is the solution to opening up this door somehow. I mean, it would make sense that doing that might transfer power to the door to let it open, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, screw it. Let's just flip it, go fiddle with the door again. Maybe something different will happen. Seems unlikely, but I don't know what else to do at this point. Interesting. Seems to be a square rather than the circle that it appears to be. Doesn't do anything, though. Alright. I don't know. Can't fiddle around with any of that. Not surprising. Also not surprising. It's not done anything in here. I have no idea. Where is the obvious thing that I'm missing? That's looks like a button or something like that, but it's not a thing. Where is the thing? Can't do anything with this. No. I have absolutely no idea. I have essentially two things, well, three things that I can interact with. That door, this lever, and the lever downstairs that flips the switches. Well, I suppose technically the things that pop up too, but I don't think they actually do anything. Yeah. Like, you can't raise that up and then look at the back here. The back almost looks like a thing, but I don't think I can't interact with it at all. Can I grab it and turn it? No. How about once up here? No. Can I do anything with this? No. Why is the going up quieter than the going down? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm really tired, so I think I'm gonna just stop here. We'll continue this later. Perhaps after I've gotten some sleep. So, thank you for watching. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Save this here. Save this as 7. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Ending stream.